Hi BookTube, my name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with a birthday book haul. So yes, today is the 5th of March and it is my birthday. 42, in case anyone's curious. That's okay, you're only as old as you feel, and there are days I feel a lot older and there's days I feel a lot younger, so it's all good, it's all good. So my original plan today had been to actually vlog today for you guys because I booked the day off of work last week, and I knew that I was going to go to a few thrift stores today, and I thought that would be kind of a fun vlog, but the morning got away from me and then the day got away from me, and here we are. So essentially this is just going to be the haul of all the things that I bought. So I went out for breakfast this morning with my husband and my mom, which was super exciting. Really great pancake place. Oh, it was so yummy. And then Garrett and I went, we went to 2 different thrift stores, and then I went to Chapters Indigo. So I picked up some new books too. So, sorry, that's the cat. He has a little cough. So yeah, we went to thrift stores and then we went to Chapters. So I do have some, mostly it's used books, but I do have a fair number, not a fair number, I have a number of new books as well. So that's great. But I do have these kind of separated into piles. You know, not necessarily from where I bought them, but from how they kind of make sense. So I've got a big stack of Harlequins, you know, some new books and things like that. So what I thought I would start off with though are the books that I received this week, because in my weekly reads videos, like that's the other thing, is that what I was thinking was that for my weekly reads I would film this and put it with my weekly reads, but then I'm like, I'd like to put this separate because I think it's going to be long. So anyway, normally I would talk about new books that I get in my weekly reads, but this is kind of a special circumstance. And besides, you guys, I am so sorry I haven't gotten any other videos for you out this week. I will be better next week. I promise. I promise. I promise. It's my birthday week and I've been feeling exceptionally lazy this week. So that's just the way it goes. But anyway, so first of all, I'm going to share with you some of the books that I've already gotten this week. Some of them have come in, one has come in the mail, or 2 have come in the mail. One is from one in the mail that I ordered, one from my husband, a couple I picked up from Walmart. Anyway, let's get into it. So the first book here that I have, it came from Thrift Books, and this is The Wedding Ring Promise by Susan Mallory. So this is a Silhouette Special Edition, which is now a Harlequin Special Edition novel. This was originally published in August of 1998. Now, this is actually a Christmas book, you guys. From what I remember, this is a Christmas book. I cannot remember what it's called now, but they re-released this. It might be like the Christmas Wedding Ring or something like that. But I have read it, but I wanted an original copy of the book. So it might end up getting a reread at some point. We shall see, but it's Susan Mallory. I'm a big fan of hers, so I had to pick this one up on Thrift Books. Now I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put all these books. Probably just down here for now. Okay, so next up, this is kind of the Christmas birthday gift from my husband. He was placing an order on Book Depository, because he wanted to order, he's learning to play the drums, and he wanted to order some like drum books, learning how to play the drum books. And he looks over at me, we were on the couch, he goes, "Is there anything that you want?" And I'm like, "Really?" We could be here a while. So I ended up he ended up ordering this one for me, and he said it was going to be a birthday gift because it was a little bit more expensive. Like, it's not like a cheaper book, but I am so excited about this one. I got Naughty Brits. I cannot wait to read this one. So this is a anthology by Sarah MacLean, Sophie Jordan, Louisa Edwards, Tessa Gratton, and Sierra Simone. So yay. And from what I know, I don't know about all of them, but I'm pretty sure, I know for sure Sarah MacLean, Sophie Jordan, and I think Louisa Edwards are all typically historical writers, whereas these are contemporary stories. So I am very excited about this. It's got that buttery soft cover to it. So this came directly from the UK, and oh, this is going to be so good. I cannot wait to pick this one up. It's going to be fantastic. So yay. So thank you to my husband. Next up, we went to Walmart this week because we had to do some groceries. And of course, I can't not stop and look at the books. So I got a couple books. I got this one by Debbie Maycomer, which is a duology. There's a lot of these being published lately. They're putting out like 2 of her stories in one. And this is not exceptionally long. So, I mean, these were not long stories to begin with. So, like, you know, they're not very long. Sorry about the light. It's the afternoon, so the light's coming in through the window. This is Perfect Partners, like I said, by Debbie Maycomer. And the 2 stories in here are Love and Marriage and Rainy Day Kisses. So I am looking forward to reading this one. It looks super cute. Yay on that one. Next, I got another one of these bind-ups that Harlequin does that I love so much. So this is Suspicious by Heather Graham, and it has a bonus story in here by Carla Cassidy, which is a hero of her own. So I do not know. Let me see, when were these originally published? So Suspicion was originally published in 2005, and A Hero of Her Own was originally published in 2009. So they're a little bit older works, but I do love the cover on that one. And I love these bind-ups. These are absolutely fantastic. I recommend that you pick these up if you come across them. Next we have a newer, is this newer? Pardon me, I think this came out last year by Robin Carr. Let me double check. Oh no, gosh, this came out in 1999. Never mind. So clearly it's been republished, but the cover just looks so pretty. This is The House on Olive Street by Robin Carr. I have not read this one by her yet. I am not the biggest fan of Robin Carr, to be honest. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know I DNF'd the Virgin River series because I couldn't take that series anymore. It was all, for me, it felt very preachy about the fact that, oh, you know, becoming a mother and everybody gets pregnant, everybody becomes a mum and yada yada. It almost had this feel of it like you were not fulfilling, not being fulfilled, but, you know, your life's purpose is to become a mum, and you know, somebody who is not taking that path, you know, it just kind of, it got a little repetitive and I just didn't care for it. But some of her other books I really enjoy. So anyway, I really love the cover on this one. It looks beautiful. And I think this one was 40% off, so I went ahead and picked that one up. And then the last one is one that I got sent by the publisher. So thank you very much to Harlequin and is it Carina Press for sending me this one. This comes out on April the 1st, I believe. And it's a YA, YA LGBTQ, and just like, yay. I saw it come up, and they were asking if, you know, people wanted to read it or review it or whatever. And I'm like, oh, me please. So we have Knit, Pearl, a Baby, and a Girl. And this is by Hetty Bell. Look at that cover, you guys. So this is, some people can't wait to have babies. They're ready for it with their perfect lives and their pregnancy glow. Poppy Adams doesn't have a perfect life, and she wasn't ready for that positive test. An unexpected baby. Poppy's unexpected baby won't exactly have her family doing cartwheels, but she's making the right choice, right? Poppy's totally got this. She just needs a little bit of encouragement, and a knitting group is the perfect place to start. Baby blankets, booties, and little hats. Small steps towards her new life. But she feels like she already dropped a stitch when she discovers the knitting group is led by the charismatic, Rihanna, I think. No, I don't think that's how you say her name. My apologies. It's not exactly a great time to meet the woman who might just be the love of her life. While the group easily shuffles around to make room for Poppy, it's not so easy fitting her life, their lives together. With weeks counting down until the baby arrives, Poppy's going to have to decide for herself what truly makes a family. So, like I said, I think it's YA. Maybe it might be new adult. I think it might be new adult. Why I was thinking it was YA, but I'm pretty sure it's probably, yeah, I think it's new adult, but regardless, it sounds adorable. I mean, a woman or a girl who gets pregnant and then finds out that, you know, she meets this woman who could be, you know, so I love the representation aspect in this. I think it's going to be great. The other book that I've read by Carina Press that I loved, it was one of my five-star reads last year, was Hairpin Curves by Elia Winters, and that was a female-female romance as well, and I loved it. So I am very excited about this one. I'll be getting to it. This is definitely going on the TBR in April, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. So, all right, now into the haul stuff from today. So first of all, I've got some books here that I think I picked up the wrong one, because I think I might already have one of these, but that's okay. I found some, what I call like the back to my childhood, the books that I read when I was in high school, you know, stuff like that. So I did get 2 Sweet Valley books. So like I said, I think I've already got this one. It's Perfect Summer, and it's the first special edition, super edition in the Sweet Valley High series about the twins taking this epic bike ride, I think it is. So yeah, anyway, they had a couple of them there, and these are hard to find. You usually do not find some of these in the thrift store. So if I do find them, I tend to pick them up. Not the regular Sweet Valley series, because the entirety of the Sweet Valley series is available on Kindle Unlimited, except for the first 12 books. The first 12 books are not, but after that, the entire rest of the series is available on Kindle Unlimited. But these special editions and stuff are not. So if I find them, I tend to pick them up. So I got that one. And then I got the first, one of the first super thrillers, which is Deadly Summer. So I've got that one as well. So kind of the more thrillery aspect. Yeah, again, I read these when I was younger. They just look like fun. And then I saw this one. And I picked it up, and I'm like, if it doesn't have the cover that I want, I'm not getting it. And that was Ruby by V.C. Andrews. This is one of the books. This is actually the first V.C. Andrews I ever read. And then after this one, I devoured everything by her. But surprisingly, Flowers in the Attic was one of the last ones I read by her. Now, I know most of these, I think it was only Flowers in the Attic that was actually written by her. The rest were all ghostwritten because I think she died not long after she wrote that book. But the reason I wanted this one is because this is the same edition that I had growing up, because it's got the step back. It's got the step back. Like, I have seen these at stores, at other stores, but it doesn't have that. It like is just literally this, and you open it up and there's nothing there. But when I saw this one had the step back, I was all over it. So this one will be getting reread at some point. I don't know when, we shall see, but I am very much looking forward to this one. In the heart of the Louisiana Bayou, Ruby Landry lives a simple, happy life, but innocence can't last forever. These are standard for V.C. Andrews. If you've ever read them, there was definitely a formula. There was usually 5 books in the series. You know, the first book features, you know, goes with this, and usually there's some sort of a connection, you know, with family and some sort of a romance. All very scandalous to 16-year-old me. But yeah, she has a twin sister. I think her and her sister were separated at birth or something like that. She grew up in the Bayou, and her sister grew up in some opulent mansion in New Orleans. So yeah, I just remember really loving this one when I was like 16, 17. So we shall see how it held up. Probably not very well is my guess. So next up, we're going to get into the category romances, because I have 2 here that are not Harlequin category. So I know when I talk about category romances, 99% of the time I'm talking about Harlequin, because they are today synonymous with category romance. But there used to be a lot of different companies, a lot of different book publishers that put out category romance. And I'm starting to now explore some of those other ones as well. So I found these 2, and they just sounded really cute. So this first one is from Heartsong Presents, and this is number 676, and it's called Beside Still Waters. Look at that cover, you guys. So I believe these would be, yeah, there's a psalm on the back. These are definitely inspirational romance, and probably inspirational historical based on the cover. So I don't know if all of them were inspirational historical or just this one that I happened to pick up. So I will have to do some more research into these books, but this just looked really adorable, and I saw it and I thought, like I said, I'm trying to delve more into some of the different companies that did category romance. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Yeah, right on the back, historical inspirational romance. So yeah, so that one should be fun. And then the other one I got is Kismet. Kismet Romance is what it's called. This is number 146 in that series. Kismet is part of the Meteor, Meteor Publishing Corporation. And this one is called Prim and Proper by Rachel Vincer. So there we go. The snow on the cover kind of drew me to this one. But like I said, it's number 146. And this was originally published in 1993. So yeah, 1993. So yeah, I have no idea how long this category ran for, or how long they put out books for. Same with the Heartsong. No idea. I'll have to do some research. But yeah, I'm excited to have this one and to read this one because it looks really cute. So next up, we have the stack of Harlequins. You know me, my Harlequins. They are what make me happy. So I grabbed a bunch of these. This is the bulk of the haul. Like, let's be real. So we're going to do these a few at a time, because I have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of them. Yay! So first off, I'll be honest, guys, I picked these up based on title, based on cover, based on the fact I don't have them, you know, sometimes based on the author. So no rhyme or reason. I have no idea what all these are about, but I'm just adding these to my collection. So we have Clay Yeager's Redemption by Justine Davis. What would be a Harlequin romantic suspense. Originally the Intimate Moments series by Silhouette. Now, like I said, changed to the romantic suspense line. This is number 926, originally published in May of 99. That one. We have a Rayanne Thane. Oh, this is a special edition. This is a free gift one. My husband was so funny. He's like, How can they charge you for it when it clearly says it's a free gift? I'm like, whatever. But this is A Cold Creek Secret. Approximate retail value, $5.25. I have no idea what number this is in the series because it's not listed, because this was sent out as a free gift. So this one was numbered in the series. I just have to find out what it is. Does it tell me here? What is it called? A Cold Creek Secret. It doesn't say inside here. I'll have to look it up. But this was published originally in 2010. 2010. So there's that one. Again, Rayanne Thane is the author. Next, I actually picked up a Harlequin Bombshell, and or a Silhouette Bombshell. I loved this imprint when it was first out. I remember actually they were talking about it way back when, and I actually ended up ordering the first 4 books in the series from Harlequin, and at the time I was living in an apartment in Georgetown, Ontario, which is just outside Mississauga, for those of you who are in Ontario who maybe know where Georgetown is. But I was living in an apartment, and I distinctly remember this, and I had ordered this box of 4 books, and I never got them. And I remember saying something to the post lady. I happened to see her one time, and I'm like, something about a box. At the time, I wasn't really getting deliveries. I was getting 1. Oh, no. She asked me. It was like, she says, oh, what books did you get from Harlequin? Because she had delivered them. And I said, I never got them. And she says, well, she delivered them. She had put them on top. Because, we had like a mail thing. Like, you go into your slots for mail, like in an apartment building. Someone stole it. Someone stole them. So, whatever. Anyway, that's the one memory I have of the Silhouette Bombshell line. But they did put out some, so the Bombshell line dealt with, like, it says strong, sexy, suspenseful. So it was a lot of like CIA agents, secret agents, that kind of thing. But they also put out some more paranormal type stuff. So this is Vampyrolic by Harper Allen. This is part of the Dark Heart and Cross series. This is not my normal jam. You guys know I am not a paranormal romance reader. But I did love this series. I think this is the second book in the series, and I think I've read the first one. I don't have it on my shelves. I have to get it. Yeah, so the first book is called Dress to Slay. Then we have this one. Oh, yeah, no, it's the third one I've read. Dead is the New Black. It's because the title is awesome. But yeah, so these were really fun. I found these fun, and that's probably why I really liked them, even though vampire romance isn't my jam usually. But I saw this one sitting there, and I'm like, oh, yes, please. Next up, I found a Harlequin Duets by Holly Jacobs. She is a favorite author of mine. I adore her stuff. So we have Ready, Willing, and Able and Raising Cain. So I've talked about the Duets line before. These are 2 books, 2 full-length novels published as one. This is number 67 in the Duet series. Came out January of 2002. Again, Holly Jacobs is a favorite author of mine. And yeah, this one looked really cute when I saw it. Oh, Vampyrolic. This is number 113, and this was published in November of 2006. So, yeah, a while ago. Then I had got this Old Intrigue, and the cover on this is just, it's interesting. That's all I have to say. So this is His to Protect by Patricia Warner. Again, Harlequin. It's almost in mint condition. But the cover just, it looks like it's like a pencil drawing. It's odd. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. So, interesting. Anyway, it's number 526 in the series, and this is from August of 99. Part of the Captive Hearts series, it says. So, the intrigue novels are, of course, romantic suspense. Then I got a Harlequin special edition. This one came out in February, so it came out last month. But, I mean, again, in almost brand new condition. So, we have Their Second Time Valentine by Helen Lacey. This is, again, a Harlequin special edition novel. Number 2816, again, February of 2021. But it was in almost mint condition, which is why I picked it up. More special edition, because these are my favorites. We have Husbands and Other Strangers by Marie Farinella. I have to be honest, it was the title that got me on this one. This one is number 1136 from February of 2006. The store that I went to had a ridiculous amount of Harlequins. I could have spent a good chunk of change there. I mean, they had a lot of old ones. Like, I really had to step back and realize I don't need to buy all of them right now, even though I want to. So yeah, so I got that one. And then this one is a repurchase in a way because I owned and read this one many, many, many years ago. And I really liked it. And then again, I've talked about my Harlequin purge at one point. I got rid of most of my collection because we were moving and didn't have the room. And there are certain ones that I remember distinctly that I'm trying to get back. And this is one of them. And this is Vermont Valentine by Kristen Hardy. This book was adorable, you guys. This is number 1739 from February of 06. In every generation of Trasks lives one man born to be alone. Yeah, this one was really cute. I think he actually like works on a maple syrup farm. That's like his family's legacy. And it was so Vermont. It was so adorable and I loved it. I loved it so much. So the next one we have here is Betting on a Fortune by Nancy Robards Thompson. This is part of the Fortunes of Texas Rambling Rose series, number 2761 from May of 2020. Clearly a vineyard, a wineyard, 7 days to land your man. It's part of a restaurant, so she works in a restaurant, and he's been hired as a consultant. So, yay, that one should be good too. Do love those. Okay, this one. Excuse me, sorry, you guys. Birthday Starbucks. It was free. Free always tastes better. This one surprised me. I saw the cover because someone had it sitting like with the cover out, and I saw the author and went, no way. And that's pretty much the reason I got this one. And this is A Cry in the Night by Linda Castillo. So for those of you who might recognize that name, she is the author of the Kate Burkholder series, the series that I absolutely love about the woman who was formerly Amish, who is now like the chief of police in a small town. It's a thriller series that she writes. The first one is called Sworn to Silence, and it is amazing. And I'm like, oh my God, she wrote for category romance for Silhouette, or now Harlequin. So again, the intimate moments, this would now be the romantic suspense line. This one looks so good. It says a child is waiting. So he's a search and rescue guy, and they're trekking through the mountains looking for a child, and it looks like there's a fire. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. But the author, I was just like, now I want to hunt out all the rest of the ones that she has written for Silhouette, essentially, back in the day for Silhouette. So, according to this, she has 4 more. I will have to hunt those out on Thrift Books, maybe. So yay, I do love this author a lot. And it's kind of fun to see how they grow from here to what she now writes. So the next one is a Harlequin historical. And this, again, in almost mint condition. Or it is in mint condition, not almost. And this is Highland Heiress by Margaret Moore. Yeah, so there's the cover. Look how shiny the cover is. So this is, the Harlequin historicals are not numbered on the side, but this is from April of 2011. And this is a Regency, clearly. And I don't know what number this one is. Island, there it is. 1038. 1038. Actually, this might be, I'm wondering if this is part of the subscription series. So for a couple of the different imprints, the Harlequin Historicals is one of them. I think Presents might be the other one. That years ago they used to do a subscription series. So they did a separate series, a separate set of books that were published that only went out to subscribers. So you had to be like a physical book subscriber to get those ones. This might be one of them, I have a feeling. So yeah, I'll have to do some more research into that to see whether this was one of the subscription ones. But yeah, it did look really cute. So I picked that one up. Next, we have a Love Inspired. I do enjoy the Love Inspired. These are, of course, Christian fiction, Christian romance. We have Homefront Holiday by Jillian Hart. So clearly a Christmas one. And he is a Air Force? A MASH surgeon. Interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, so there's that one. This one, again, these ones are not numbered on the side. It's from December of 2008. And it doesn't tell me what number it is. I'll have to look it up. That's my only that's the only thing that drives me crazy about the Love Inspired as well as the historical. I wish that they numbered them on the side, but that's for me because of the way that I organize them, right? I like the numbers just to be able to see them instead of having to look them up. Because typically once I find out what they are, I do write it on the inside cover, just so I know for my own organizational purposes. But anyway, that's besides the point. So I got that one. Then I got an older Blaze novel, because I do love the Blaze series. This is Good to Be Bad by Debbie Rollins. Look at that cover, you guys. This is part of the Men to Do series. Number 159, and this was originally published in November of 2004. So yay on that one. And then we have an older Desire. Oh, I just love finding these older Desire novels. They're just so, you know, this is from 88. January of 88, maybe? This is Lightning Strikes Twice by Jane Gentry. Look at that, 88. Her eyeshadow matches her coat. I don't know if you guys can tell that. Probably not. The 80s. They were a great time, weren't they, you guys? But yeah, oh, I do really, really enjoy these books so much. I mean, you know, how well have they held up over time? But are they still just a delight to read? Yeah, absolutely. As long as you don't take them too seriously. So this will be a fun one. And last but not least, I've got one more after this, but speaking of books, I was so happy I found this one, you guys. An old Harlequin intrigue. Sorry about the light, you guys. Number 5. 5 in the Harlequin intrigue series. I now have 1 and 5. This is Anne Stewart's Tangled Lies. So Anne Stewart does a lot of writing now. I don't know how much lately. I know she's written some historical. She wrote I think the first book was called Reckless. Something like that. I can't remember. She wrote this very, very spicy historical romance series. And then she's also written a thriller series called like the Ice series. Like the first one is called like Black Ice and Ice Cold and stuff like that. That's the titles of them. But this one, I said to my husband, we were standing in line at the thrift store because he was there as my book carrier because he's awesome. And I'm looking at the cover of this one. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a monk on the cover. I'm so intrigued now as to what's going on. She was caught up in his tangled lies. So let's just see what it says on the back, okay, you guys, just for funsies. So this is number 5. This was originally published in 1984. I was 5. So, the Porcelain Butterflies arrived like clockwork every year on her birthday. Rachel Chandler received gifts postmarked from exotic places all over the world from her brother Emmerich, who had been living underground since his implication in a bombing in the late 1960s. After 15 years, Rachel was about to see Emmerich again. He had surfaced in Hawaii, and nothing could keep her from going to him. But when they did meet, Rachel knew something was terribly wrong. She hadn't expected to recognize him right away, and she hadn't been expected to be attracted to him either. I'm sorry. What? Her brother? Is that what that said? Did I read that right? Her brother. Okay, I did read it right. Oh, please don't tell me it's going to go there. Maybe it's her stepbrother. Let's pretend it's her stepbrother, okay? Because this could go on one of those, who does them? I know, Jen, and, not Izzy. Yeah, Izzy. They do kind of like the taboo book stuff. Could this fit in there? We don't know. Let's find out together. We'll get to that one eventually. And last but not least, they had a bunch of these, and I so badly wanted to pick all of them up, but I just didn't have the space. And I am so thrilled because Love Inspired puts out what they call the true large print books. It's like a trade paperback size, you guys, but it's like one of these as a trade paperback. And this is Christmas in a Snowstorm by Lois Richer. I went with this one because I love a cowboy story and I love a Christmas story. But guys, I want all of my books in this print. 42-year-old me is like, this is what I need. Like, come on. It's like reading a middle grade. This is why I love my Kindle, because I can put the font that big if I need to. So yeah, I am, and these just feel like they read so much faster because of the big print. So like I said, there was a bunch of them. Part of me is debating on going back tomorrow and picking up some more of them because I do really, really like them. So they are exactly the same as the smaller ones. They just published these as well in the true large print as these ones. So yay. Will love turn home for Christmas into home for good? Looks really cute. So now that same thrift store, because I went to two different ones, that same first one. So the second one I pretty much, sorry for the bright shinings there, you guys. I pretty much got the bulk of the ones I just showed you, those Harlequins. I'm trying to stay out of that weird light. So anyway, at the first one where I found this one, I found these four as well. And I was a little annoyed, I have to be honest, at this thrift store, which is part of the reason why I only grabbed one of these, because there were three gentlemen there who were in their early 20s. They had shopping carts. This was at a Value Village, which is a Savers in the US. And they were essentially going through every single book, scanning the back, scanning that, and either putting it back or putting it in their shopping cart. So clearly they were searching for books to resell, and they were like taking over the aisles. I couldn't get in. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Everybody is wearing their masks. Everybody's trying to social distance, and I want to look at the flippin' books, so get the heck out of my way. It shouldn't be allowed. In my opinion, it shouldn't be allowed, but whatever. So I did end up getting a few books. I was able to get around them and get some books. So the first one I got here is an old Heather Graham. So this is from 88, I think. I already looked it up, but I'm pretty sure I remember it saying 88, 89. So this is Love Not a Rebel by Heather Graham. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. This was originally published by Dell. Oh, a selection of the Doubleday Book Club, Reluctant Spy and Passionate Patriot. This is part of the North American Woman series, historical romances that celebrate the daring, defiant, and loving spirit of the North American woman, it says. So I am very intrigued about this one. Yeah. They call her Highness, ravishing Lady Amanda Stirling, forced to spy on Lord Eric Cameron by the Lord Governor of Virginia and her evil, ambitious father. She detested Eric on sight. He was a traitor to the king and country, yet she'd been sent to steal his heart, his soul, and his secret plans for the revolution. And now she was his wife, swept into marriage with a man who would sear her with the hellfire of his desire and make her his prisoner of love. It's the cover, you guys. It's the 80s. That one, it just looks like it's going to be fun. The next one, I got another one of those Debbie Maycombers that I talked about a bit earlier with the 2-in-1 stories, because I do love the format that these are coming out in. It just looks so cute. So this is The Gift of Love, clearly a Christmas one. So we have The Gift of Christmas and The Matchmakers. So I was able to pick up that one. I got a Maisie Yates. This is one of the ones in the Gold Valley series that I have not read yet. And this is Unbroken Cowboy. Again, a Gold Valley novel. And then the last one that I was able to snag, those guys that I was talking about who were like scanning all the books. The guy had a pile of hardcovers. It was mostly the hardcovers they were going after. And he had this one in the bottom of the pile, and he had them like stacked on the shelf, right? Like this. And he went and got out of the way and he grabbed them, and this one was left over. And I waited, and he put them in his cart, and then he started pushing his cart to go to the next stack of books. And I reached out and I grabbed it, and he turned around and he looked at me, and I'm like, sorry. And I walked away. I just talked about this book in my clue tag, and I made a comment in that tag that I wanted to get my hands on this book again. So clearly the universe wants me to read this one again. The Reincarnationist by M.J. Rose. I am so excited to have this in a hardcover. The first time I read this was in a paperback, like a mass market paperback. And yeah, this book was so good. So this was originally published in 2007. So it's not that old. It's old enough. What's that? 14 years? Why does 2007 not seem that long ago? But anyway, yes, I love this cover. This is a historical thriller. A bomb in Rome, a flash of bluish-white light, and photojournalist Josh Ryder's world exploded. From that instant, nothing would ever be the same. So this is kind of, what's it say here? A spellbinding, psychologically riveting epic thriller of secrets, history, and murder that will challenge the way we think about who we are and who we were. So it deals, of course, with reincarnation themes and stuff. But yeah, this I read back in 2007, and it was so good, and I'm itching now to give it a reread. And then the last 4 books I have to show you are brand new books that I got at Chapters. So I went to Chapters and I spent some money. And I got 4 books that look super cute. So I had, or it's not super cute. One looks super cute. The rest look really good. And actually it's funny. I think two of the 3. So I got 2 historical fiction and a thriller, which, I mean, I've got a ton of romance and clearly romance is my jam, but 2 historical fiction and a thriller, that's a little bit different, and I'm excited about it. But the first one I got was a mystery, and it's a middle grade mystery, and that's the Nancy Drew Diaries. This is A Nancy Drew Christmas by Carolyn Keene. You know, we know it's not by Carolyn Keene. But this is, like, it's extra thick, like, compared to the other books in this series. So this is a Christmas story about Nancy and her dad, because Nancy's quite young in these stories. In these diary stories, and they go to the ski lodge and something mysterious happens. So this one just looks super cute and I decided to pick it up. So I think I'm probably going to read it at Christmas time. But yeah, super adorable. So then the other books that I got here. So I'll start with the thriller actually, because this is the one that most of you have probably heard about. And I ended up getting The Guest List by Lisa Foley. This one I am really excited about. Supposedly from what I understand that this is kind of a homage or along the same principles or the same idea as Of Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, which I loved. So it says, an exclusive wedding on a remote Irish island. The bride, the +1, the best man, the wedding planner, the bridesmaid. All have a secret, all have a motive, but only one is a murderer. So yeah, it sounds very much like And Then There Were None. So, and it was one of these Reese's Book Club picks. I really wish these stickers wouldn't be. It's not even a sticker, it's like stuck on, like it's not stuck on, it's part of the cover, which I wish it wasn't, but whatever. What are you going to do? So yeah, so this one looks really good. And I've heard a lot of people talk about it, so I want to pick it up. And the last 2 are ones that I had not really heard too much about. But the first one I'd seen, but I didn't know too much about it. So we have Our Darkest Night by Jennifer Robson. So this is a World War II historical fiction about To survive the Holocaust, a young Jewish woman must pose as a Christian farmer's wife in this unfortunate, unforgettable novel inspired by true events. This is the author of The Gown. So yeah, it looks gorgeous. So yeah, I'm really excited about reading this one. And last but not least, sorry, this is a book I had never even heard of, but I saw it sitting on the table and I'm like, I must know more about that book. So I read the back of it and immediately decided to pick it up. So we have The Arctic Fury by Greer McAllister. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that cover, you guys. An unforgiving, snow-dazzling landscape, a cast of extraordinary, fierce women, and a nail-biting courtroom drama that wrecked my nails make this historical gem unputdownable. It's from the New York Times. So it says, set against the unforgiving backdrop of one of the world's most inhospitable locations, USA Today bestselling author uses the true story of Lady Jane Franklin's tireless attempts to find her husband's lost expedition as a jumping-off point to spin a tale of bravery, intrigue, perseverance, and hope. So it's about this woman whose husband goes missing in the Arctic, and she leads a band of women to find him. Doesn't that sound amazing? It sounds so good. I said to my mom and my husband, I'm like, I'm going to read this in like August when it's like 95 degrees outside. And I need to read about the snow and the ice. So yeah. So guys, that's it. That's the book haul. This has been a very long video. I do apologize, but I do hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below from any of these books that I've mentioned. Have you read any of them? What did you think about them? And yeah, until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.